Relax.
In the Clutch, Sports Talk and More podcast presents to you Real Talk. The views and opinions expressed by guests and/or comments are those of the persons who submitted them and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcast. Any content provided by guests are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company of any individual or anyone or anything.
Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with T. Will. I am your host, T. Will, and I'm not a happy camper today. Over the course of the last 72 hours has been real disturbing to me, and I want to talk about it. And not only do I want to talk about it, I want you guys to chime in, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do, call in, send a message in the chat, whatever, but I want you guys to join in because our democracy has been shattered over the course of the last 72 hours, and we're going to talk about it. First of all, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor of the show, Lily Mae, the boss, Adria Ross. You can continue to get those wonderful products using the code CLUTCHFF20. That's CLUTCHFF20. You'll be glad you did. I can't do this show without my partners in crime. So I want to bring in Show Enough Sharita, D. Early, what it do. How y'all doing?
Yeah, what's up?
We doing?
I'm popping that Lily Mae.
Yeah. And I really, I'm proud to sit up there and pop the Lily Mae, but I'm just a mad son of a bitch right now. I'm upset. Our democracy is in shambles, and I just want to get straight into it and start talking about it, man. I feel like there are multiple suspects that incited these riots. Starting with dumb Trump, his dummy of a son, Ted Cruz, and Mayor Giuliani, or whatever his name is. Those are the people that are, to me, are the most responsible for inciting these riots. And I have a big problem with it. I'm going to pass it around to you, starting with you, Show Enough. Do you agree with that, or do you have any more suspects you want to add to this or to elaborate on this particular topic?
No. You got the main suspects. Number one, as you said, Cup 45. He started all this with his speech that he did. He basically told these people to march over to the Capitol and attack. And that's what they did. I mean, he's been doing this since he's been in office, and people have ignored it. They're not doing this in the name of Trump, but everybody's always mentioning Trump 2020. So now they see, and the world sees, that he is an insightful, crazy lunatic of a person and should never have been in the White House.
Well said. What about you, dear? What do you got to say about the suspects? Do you agree with the suspects that I said? Do you have any more to add to it, or do you think that did I get it right?
I mean, I couldn't agree more, but I'm gonna place a lot of the blame on the Republican Party. And the reason I say that is because they have been complicit with everything that this man has done over the last 4 years and hadn't said a word. And I think what they're trying to do now is distance themselves from him. But I feel like they should have been doing this from day one. So I blame them just as well because they gave him the rope to hang everybody.
Okay. I can agree with that too, man. But it was terribly disturbing to watch the president of the United States to get out there on the day that they're supposed to be getting the electors together and finalizing this stuff for Biden to actually take over on the 20th. And for him to sit up there and say, let's walk down Pennsylvania Avenue and I'll be right in front of you, I'll be with you and all that. Then he takes his ass back to the White House, kicks his feet up on the desk. It's sort of like a kid that throws a rock, but then he goes to hide his hands. So he tells them he's going out there with them. He's going to be with them. And they have to be tough and they have to be strong to take back over. So I just feel like that. I don't know if he's the modern day David Koresh or what. These people follow him, right or wrong, indifferent or whatever. They just follow him. And I just think he's a big plague that I don't even have the adjectives to describe this man. I am so upset with what's been actually going on. But to piggyback into the next one, what I want to talk about is the Republicans. After all this stuff, they're not used to people, going into the White House, taking over and all that type of stuff like that. But after all the stuff that happened, now a lot of them have a different frame of mind and they're now speaking out. And I'm talking about the Republicans. Do you agree with what they're doing? Do you think they're doing it just to save face? I mean, I'm gonna start with you, D, early on this one. What do you think is the reason why the Republicans are finally speaking out on this topic?
I mean, for one, Trump got what? 11 more days, 9 more days, however many more days it is. That's got a lot to do with it. And now, I mean, it's to the point now where, I mean, they know it's over. The battle has been lost. The war has lost. And now they trying to get their feet back in. They trying to build their political careers back up, basically. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is I get what you're saying, but we've been knowing this a month ago since the elections that this has been over. So why now? I mean, is it because their lives flash before their eyes and they're having this epiphany and stuff that's coming over them, and now they have a new change or they're thinking the guy that we were actually loyal to over these last 4 years, how can he do this to us and put us in harm's way?
Well, it's kind of like when Craig beat up Debo. Wasn't nobody scared of Debo no more.
Yeah. That's it.
I mean, they look at it now like we know for sure now that it's over. So now you grow some balls. You like, okay, now I can say what I want against him without retribution.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put that over to you, Shonuff. What do you think about the Republicans finally speaking out? I mean, is there some ulterior motives, or do you think they're saving face, or what do you think is the reason why they're finally speaking out?
I absolutely agree with Daryl. They now can, denounce their king and with safety without being, like he said, without retribution. But all of them haven't. All of them have not. There are still some who are still following and who are still fighting this stolen election fight. They're still doing that. So those are the people that we need to watch. The people that didn't, Now we still need to watch others, but those people that are still following this man and still in his name, doing things, no. But to answer the question, no, they ain't scared no more. That's it.
Okay. So what do you guys think that what is Pence's stand now? Because he's been real quiet. He's been quiet, so to speak. I haven't really heard much of him. He's been thrown under the bus by his president, and now he's been totally quiet. I heard he's not been taking any calls. I think they're trying to invoke the 25th on him, and they've been reaching out to him, and he hasn't been returning calls. So what do you think Pence is feeling right now? I mean, is he angry at Trump? Is he ready to freaking go
Relief?
off?
I mean,
Relief?
he feeling pressure. He feeling pressure because he's still part of the Republican Party, and whatever happens, he gonna be remembered for that. So for him to pull the 25th Amendment card, I mean, even though Trump threw him under the bus, maybe it shows that he a bigger man than Trump, that he ain't, firing back at him. Or maybe he doing the same thing. He protecting himself, knowing that, even if Trump, he out, but he's still gonna have a political voice unless some drastic goes on. He's still gonna have a political voice, and he's still gonna be able to say what he wanna say and influence those people. So I mean, it's you kind of between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, but he has confirmed that he will attend President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, that he was going to actually attend the inauguration. So kudos to him for that. But it's also been confirmed that Donald Dumbass Trump will not be in attendance. I think he's leaving. Him and his wife and family are leaving out on the 19th, the day before the inauguration, and going back to Miramar to do some golfing and stuff like that, which I have no problem with. I absolutely I absolutely think that if he was in attendance, even though they shut his Twitter and all this stuff down, I think he would cause more harm than good being there. And then, let's stop giving him the floor and putting all this prestige on him. I think he's one of those type of people. Just let him fade onto the night. I don't care about the invoking the 25th. I don't care about none of that. I do want them to get him and get him for what he's done over the course of the last 72 hours. I think it's a criminal act. It's a criminal act on democracy. So I hope they have some people waiting for him as soon as he come down the White House steps on January the 20th at 12 noon. All the other stuff I could care less. What are we going to get out of it for him?
But he ain't gonna be there.
No, right. He ain't gonna be there. But
here go the other thing you have to think about. Him not being there, it's kind of dangerous because these groups are saying that they're gonna be there. So he might be giving them the green light to just light it up because, hey, I ain't gonna be there, so y'all can just go up there and tear it up. So we got to be cognizant of that. But I'm sure this time it'll be a heavy police presence, a heavy National Guard presence.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. They can't be that dumb and stupid and not have it secure this time. So I tend to agree with you on that. So
I don't know.
What you think is showing up? What you thinking? You got some kind of conspiracy theories around here? I mean,
I do, and you know I do. I do, and you know I do. And my conspiracy theory with that is this: just like when they were, when some of the Capitol Police and Capitol Security waved them in and took selfies and assisted them with infiltrating the doggone Capitol building, there will be those that will be there on the 20th as well. Everybody can't be trusted because he has more followers in law in our you know what I'm trying to say.
I
Yeah,
get it. I get it. I get it.
we
We
ain't
got
called on who gonna be there or not, though.
Yeah, we got a
You said
lot of.
what?
Look, we're going to take a quick commercial break because we got to pay our sponsors. But when we first come back, I want to address our alumni, Miss Bernita, our sister. Her comment that she has on the screen. She has a good comment. So we'll be right back after this commercial.
All right.
Elite Legacy Logistics. Rise and shine. Let's grind. Are you a carrier? Tired of doing all the hard work yourself? Let me help with that. Are you aspiring to become a truck driver? I can help with that too. Join this $800 billion industry. Let me do the hard work so you don't have to. The best is the least that we can do. Call or text 954-414-7115. You can also email us at info@elitelegacy.net. Got a truck? We have loads. Must have valid MC number. Are you in need of a professional yard service? Call Ernest Payne at Payne's Lawn Service. He provides a quote and a free estimate for gutter cleaning, leaf removal, mulching, flower beds, edging, family plots, and fallen limb removal. No job is too small for Ernest Payne. He can be reached at 901-620-7469.
And we are back. Shout out to Elite Trucking Logistics and my man EP over at Payne's Lawn Service for being sponsors of the show as well. So please look them up. They do an outstanding job. Right before the break, our sister Benita had a great comment. She's just said that she wants him out of office. He doesn't need a pension nor Secret Service protection on our tax dollars.
Nope.
The first thing I want to ask about that is that something that they can actually do? I mean, I thought all former presidents have to have details for the rest of their lives and the pension and all that. Do you think there's something that Benita is saying that can actually take place?
Yeah.
Yes.
If he's impeached, he lose all those perks. So that's why they pushing for it. And the one that's most relevant to me right now, because we won't notice the loss of pension, the $1 million travel allowance, and the Secret Service. We won't notice that. But look at number 4. He'll lose to run in 2024. That's the most important one.
Yes.
So wait a minute. So you know what? These are some good stats. I appreciate you working hard and putting a lot of this stuff out for him. But I'm looking at he gets a $200,000 yearly pension for the rest of his life.
That's all presidents get that.
Oh, I didn't know
presidents.
That. Well, damn.
Yeah.
Presidents and members of Congress, they get what? I think there's a little less than that, but they get that for the rest of their life also. So yeah, that's one of the parts of being in office. So, but yeah.
He only has, like you said, roughly about 10 days left. So I don't see how they'll be able to impeach him.
They can do it. They can do it. They can do it. As long as the process starts.
Yeah, even after he leave office, they can still do it. Which, I mean, we always think about impeach as, okay, now you out right now, but it will affect him long term.
Okay. Yes. So they can do it after the fact because I keep it on CNN News probably about 20 hours out of a 24-hour day, man. And I thought that they said that they couldn't go on with the impeachment proceedings unless Pence was on board with it, which he's not. So
that's with the 25th Amendment.
Okay.
That's different than the impeachment process.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the 25th Amendment is just saying that the person who's holding the office of president is unfit and needs to be removed immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And Sir Woodster, thanks you for joining the show, saying Trump being there or not can still be problematic. And you're exactly right. we're fooling ourselves if we think that once the 20th hit and Trump moves on into the sunset, think we're not going to have any problems anymore. You're wrong. This guy has a huge following of I'm just going to call it like it is, of idiots that don't have any respect for our democracy. And me being a former, Darryl, you're a veteran. I'm a veteran. That ticks me off. There's nothing more that we love than the democracy in our country, and we love that red, white, and blue. We love the flag and all that. And to me, it rubs me the wrong way. And I just don't hope they let him slide. I don't want this guy to slide. I don't care about the impeachment. I don't care about invoking again. I don't care about none of that. But I do want him to come to justice because 4 lives were lost.
Five.
And five lives were lost. I'm sorry. And the blood is strictly on his hands. And if they stick back and let this happen, I mean, we were talking about it during the pre-show, D, that you got a bunch of countries out there that's laughing at us right now.
They are.
Been laughing at us for 4 years.
Here go the thing.
They've been laughing for 4 years, but I'm telling you, in the last 24 to 48 hours, we've been on the jackass wall in every country. I've heard every different type of language from different countries of people saying they're the ones that always try to preach democracy, and look at them.
Right. But see, here go one thing, and this is why it's so important to vote. This is why it's so important to know what's going on in politics. This why you have to have people in the Senate, in the House of Representatives. The main thing that Trump wanted to get done before he got out was to repeal that defense bill, that whatever article it was, 232 or whatever it is, which basically said, it would allow him to be able to say whatever he wanted to on Twitter, Facebook, and all of that. And we don't look at it as, to us, it's like, okay, what's the big deal? But now we see what the big deal was. Look what he was able to do by just sitting out tweets and this and that. And they did the right thing by flagging him. And they, what is a temporary?
He was banned.
No, he need a suspension, ban, or whatever. I mean, it just need to be a permanent delete.
He was banned.
It need to be a permanent delete. I saw something, it was saying a suspension or whatever.
No. He
was banned.
He's been permanently banned.
Okay.
He's been permanently banned.
When it came out, it was something else because they gave him 12 hours the first time, and then they came back and said some type of suspension. It just need to be a permanent. It need to be clear and cut permanent ban.
Okay. What they did was is they gave him, like you said, initial 12 hours, but they said this was a contingent of you not doing nothing else stupid, which that was going to happen. So the very next day, it went from 24 hours to a temporary ban to President-elect Biden and Vice President
Kamala.
I'm sorry, I don't know why. I'm just a little nervous today because this stuff just got me just wired up.
I know.
But on the 20th,
just refer to her as Vice President Harris from now on.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, but I don't. Sharita, help me out with that. I'm good.
No, I'm saying we get too loose with her. It's Vice President Harris.
Right.
You know what? I'm just trying to give the due respect because it's President-elect, because it's the same way until the 20th. They're not official until the 20th. They're not official till the 20th. So to me, that's a sign of disrespect. So even though we got a disrespectful asshole currently holding office, I'm still going to show him his respect until the 20th. So that's the reason.
Not me.
Okay, well, and you know what? And you entitled to it. I'm just saying, we don't do wrong because somebody else do wrong.
Adrian got a good comment right there.
Yeah, he tried to tweet from an alternate account.
Is that the boss? That's the boss, Adrian Ross. The boss, Adrian Ross.
Yeah, I gotta get some theme music for when she comes.
When she make a comment, you gotta play his theme music for her.
I'm gonna come up with something when she comment.
And Adrian, change your thing. I mean, it's sort of catchy. The boss, Adrian Ross.
She knows she a boss. She ain't got to tell nobody.
Look, this is my show. Let me handle this and let me give my suggestions and all that. You did yours last night.
I'm just telling you. I know my friend.
You did a wonderful job at that. But this is my show, and
for how long though?
The boss, Adrian Ross. Just wanted to give you some kudos, sweetheart. We love you. We appreciate you and all that good stuff. Now, back to what I'm saying. Now, this guy was banned for a temporarily 12 hours. Then it went to the 20th until the actual inauguration of the president and vice president-elect. Well, he did some more stupid stuff. So now he's permanently banned. So he tried to tweet like Adria said from alternate accounts, and they blocked him again. Have you ever thought that it would come to the day that one of the most followed persons on Twitter and social media is blocked and no longer there? Can you imagine what
I was hoping it would come to that day. Yeah, I'm happy.
Oh, so you trying to tell me neither one of y'all follow Trump on Twitter?
No.
Okay.
What? All this stuff come up on the news anyway, so
yeah, we see it on the news.
I mean, they kind of like Republicans to me. I mean, they are a day late and $1 short.
Oh, I agree. Well, one thing about it, us three ain't gonna argue today, not on these topics right here, because we all in the same pickle and all that. We all pissed off and all that type of stuff, and we got some more stuff coming up. And what I want to talk about is we got the head conspiracy theorist on this show, which showed up to Sharita. So I'm going back to you again, and I want to ask you, were the DC police complicit in this hostile takeover of the Capitol?
Yes.
Okay, but what I want you to do, because you know we always tell the truth and stuff on this show. Give me, if you were in the court of law, give me some facts where you can sit up there and say that they were definitely complicit with the acts that happened over the last 72 hours.
Hold on, let me hold on 1 second. Let me try to pull this up.
We can show you. We ain't gotta tell you. We can show you. Yeah, right there. Look at him. Look at him. Y'all, come on in. Come on in. That's one. Look at him. Run. He about to fall over. Come on, guys. Come on, comrades. Come on, patriots. Yeah.
Okay, D. Okay, D. No. What I want to know is
Exhibit 1.
Okay, well, you got me on Exhibit 1. Well, before we go any farther, D, did any of you know, did they catch it? I mean, did they arrest this guy, this police officer? Have you heard anything about anything that happened to him letting those people in like that?
Probably not yet.
I think they focusing on the rioters or protesters or insurgents or whatever you want to call them right now. And I think that's going to be something that they later on, they go back and say, okay, because I mean, it's so clear on some of the videos that they're just, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of the police officers are actually doing their job and trying to keep, and they're just getting overwhelmed. I'm not mad at them at all. I'm not mad at them. The ones who just opening up the barricades and saying, hey, come on in. I mean, when you're doing like this, that means you being complicit with it. That means you it's like you knew it was coming and you just saying, hey, yeah, come on this way. I got you.
Okay, I agree with everything. I agree with everything you're saying, but I'm going to respectfully disagree on one part of it, because when you said they were overwhelmed, they never should have got to the point where they were overwhelmed. You know, when we had the Black Lives Matter protesting down the streets, these people had the entire military out in full riot gear with tasers, with tear gas, with guns, rifles, and everything else. And if you go back and look at some of those videos that happened over the course of the last 72 hours, I couldn't tell that some of them even had guns. You know, there was even one video where they chased the police officer up by 3 or 4 flights of steps.
Let's run that real quick. Let's run that.
Run that clip.
Yeah, for those that
run that clip.
Nah, that's the wrong clip. That ain't the one I wanted to show.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, I want to show the one where they I mean, it was just
running after old boy.
Yeah, but
y'all leave that man alone.
Why Daryl is looking for the other clip. if I'm not mistaken, there were 2 police officers just walking gingerly, let the folks are just walking in and they ain't doing nothing.
But you know what? There was really nothing they could do, Terry.
Yeah,
There was nothing they could do. It's 2 against hundreds. So they did the right thing and they probably went home alive. Because I do know and I do believe that had they tried to stop them with their weapons, they might have got 1 or 2, but they was gonna tear them to pieces and hang them up on a stake and to show the people. There it is.
Hold on, Sharita. This is the video that I was sitting up there talking about where they chased the officer upstairs. And me and Darryl had a long conversation about that. And Darryl said, hell, I would have did the same thing, which we did.
I would have did the same thing. I mean, granted, he did have a weapon. Granted, he could have pulled it out. And but that wasn't the time to do that. It didn't call for all of that. He did right.
No.
He had some backup. So
he did right. And he did exactly right. So I'm not taking him. And then he shouldn't have been put in that position in the first place.
He shouldn't have been put in there. So we're not blaming him. Right. Yeah, his partner that was down there waving folks in, that's your partner. And that's why I say and I don't know if they were just, Capitol Police or if they were, DC police. I don't know. I don't know who was who. But this is why I say to Black police officers that when you choose blue over Black, look at what they will do for you. They're not gonna choose you over them, your brother. They're not gonna choose you because you still Black at the end of the day to them.
Yeah. And is this Darryl? Are you putting up the video where this is the one I was just fixing to talk about, taking selfies with the riders?
How do you
who does that?
Justify that? They need to find out who this guy is too.
They're gonna have to do something. This is it's crazy. So you got to know it's crazy. It's just looking at that, just sit up there and just drives me nuts. So,
but you know what, y'all? I'm not. I am, but I'm not shocked at what I saw because we've been saying this for the longest. We've been saying it for the longest that the police, some of the police are with these people. They are white supremacists. They are racist. We've been saying this for the longest. So I really wasn't shocked. Now I was looking at the TV like, ain't nobody dead. Ain't nobody shot. Ain't nobody tear gas yet. Hours went on for hours.
Yeah,
and nothing happened.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, open your eyes. Racism still exists. The only difference what's going on now is you got some people that's bold enough to tell you they racist. So what you gonna do? It's just sad. Shout out to my guy Rodney Kirkwood for checking in your statement. And another one, going back to Benita. Benita said that she looks at Fox and CNN, and it's just like 2 different universes.
It is.
And me and Darryl said that I never watched Fox, so I can't say that.
You should watch Fox.
But I'm gonna tell you, but I watch CNN, and let me tell you something. I got a man crush on Don Lemon and Mr. What is his name? Como?
Chris Como.
Chris Como, man. Those 2 guys are 2 of the best journalists I've ever seen. And
can I say something? Right?
And I tell you, they speak the truth. I know it may seem like they always down on Trump, which they should be, but they actually are speaking the truth, man. They're actually speaking the truth. I'm gonna have to look at Fox because Darryl used to tell me that if you watch Fox, it's just the total opposite. That they are pro-Trump.
Hey. I just wanted to say something right quick. You said you had a man crush on Don Lemon. I just want you to know, in case you didn't know, you do know that he's a homosexual man.
Look, do you know what a man?
I'm just saying.
Do you know what a man crush is?
I know what a man crush is.
Okay.
I just wanted to clear it up for those that don't know. Look, I don't want nobody coming at my T-wheel wrong. So I had to just go.
Come at your T. Ain't nobody gonna come at your T-wheel wrong and quit cross-contaminating my show.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. And Steen.
Me and you just got back on decent terms. Don't make.
Now we ain't back
No,
on eat on decent terms, but we know how to act in public. So
Daryl,
I'm gonna act right.
Daryl, keep your finger on the mute button because I promise you're gonna be using it soon. When I tell you I'm pissed off today, I ain't got time for no shenanigans. I'm tired of getting hoodwinked. I'm all of that shit.
Okay, come on back. Come on back, dear. Come on back.
This is real talk. I want to talk about what's been happened in this country in the last 72 hours.
But
that's what I want to stick to.
This the one
that's
thing
what I want to stick to. That's what I get all my attention to.
This is what I want to encourage everybody to do, because some people just watch ABC News, CBS, whatever. You know, like we've been tuning in to CNN. You still need to watch Fox News so that you can see why it's such. It's all the way up
here
side, and it's all the way up here on the other side, and you can't understand why. It's where you get your information from, which means that it's the truth probably somewhere in the middle, but it's we got to start looking at, okay, who's behind Fox News, who's behind CNN News to get to the cusp of what's really going on. Because I listen to both of them, but then I still go out and do my own research.
Right.
You know what? And I agree with you. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just hard for me to sit up there and go on the channel and listen to a bunch of BS and a bunch of lies about stuff I don't truly believe in.
But you got to know how they think.
Yeah, you got to know how
they think.
No, but it ain't
not to the extent.
But you got to get the information that the other side getting, so you can kind of because when I listen to Fox, I be like, well, damn, that don't make sense. But I understand why they believe what they believe, because it's It's just like anything. You go with what works best for you. If you against Trump, then CNN work best for you. If you for Trump, Fox works best for you. So I watch them to kind of get a feel. I mean, but sometimes it's just like when the Black Lives Matter stuff was going on, and you turn to Fox, you be ready to throw something in your TV.
Yeah.
But here go my thing. Now all the people was on there talking about the black people, thugs, riders. They, don't deserve to be here. I ain't heard none of them.
None of them.
Yeah.
I ain't heard none of them.
And where the black people at? That was talking about people protesting for Black Lives Matter too. Where y'all at? What y'all got to say about these folks protesting and tearing up shit and burning down stuff and breaking into the Capitol building? Where them black folks at? Where y'all at?
Blue Lives Matter.
Right, where Blue Lives Matter at? They turned on y'all. Your country turned on you, Blue. Your country turned on you. Your life don't matter no more. Just like they said, black lives don't matter. Blue lives don't matter no more.
You know what? Speaking of Blue, right after this commercial break, we're going to come back and talk about some positives out of this. And what I mean about it, the Democrats have gained control of the Senate after the wins in Georgia. So if you're going to see me laugh on this particular show and smile, it's definitely because of this. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back, and we will talk about that.
Tanya Covington Realtor, a multi-million-dollar producer in the Mid-South since October 2000. She is an accredited buyer's representative, a seller's representative specialist, and committed to excellence. Tanya assists her clients with budgeting, home repairs, and the loan process, all the way to closing. Tanya exemplifies integrity, energy, hard work, and creative service in every detail of her real estate transaction. She has built a successful career in real estate for over 19 years in the Mid-South. Clients chose to work with Tanya for her full-service team, ethics, experience, and expertise. Her base is strong, full of loyal, repeat customers. And that is the reason Tanya has been so successful in this incredibly competitive sales environment. Tanya's extensive knowledge of the Mid-South residential real estate market is unparalleled. Her clients have consistently sought her advice and trusted her judgment on many deals. A woman of faith, family, and community. Tanya believes one is not defined by what he or she receives, but by what he or she gives. Please call Tanya anytime without obligation. She is ready to go to work for you today.
Shout out to my girl Tanya, Kaizen Realty. She'll be able to help you. He's got a lot of good stuff going on. You can get these low rates going on right now. If you just got some general questions, want to know how to prepare to get a home in 2021, she can help you with that too. No obligations or anything like that. She's just a sweetheart to work with. I'm always going to shout her out. She's the reason why I'm in my house today, and I appreciate and love her for it. So reach out to Tanya Covington. Be glad you did. Now,
Treadwell alumni.
Yeah, Treadwell alumni. That's right. We have a lot of alumni. We're going to always shout out our alumni on here. That's something. We don't never forget our roots. But you know what? Now you're seeing T. Will starting to smile a little bit. And right before the break, I told you the reason why that smile was here, because on a positive note, the Democrats gained the control of the Senate after the wins in Georgia. Man, I'm ready for my stimulus check. You know, I ain't working right now. Give me my other 1,600. I'm ready for my other 1,600 as well as the rest of the people out here. I'm ready for it. I had to just throw that in, Darryl. I know it's we're supposed to be talking about more so people that got elected, but I know that's the first thing they said they was going to talk about once they was elected and stuff. So I'm just excited about them additional 1,400 big ones.
Well, actually, this was what the topic of the show was supposed to be this week about the Georgia election. When we put it out, we didn't know. We put it out before we knew the results of the election. We were hoping that Georgia would turn blue, and then all of this stuff happened. So we just like the news channel. We gonna jump on the top the current event that's going on. But yeah, I think it's a great thing that Georgia was able to turn blue. It should be a positive for the rest of the country, because if you think about it, we normally be like, okay, well, this a red state, this it's gonna go red, it's gonna go red, or this one gonna go blue, or whatever. Hey, could Tennessee possibly one day turn blue?
You know what?
No.
Well, you know what, though, Charita? Before I'm gonna give you the floor in a second, but I'm thinking about what Darryl was telling me, and I'm like, could it be one day? Shout out to the Georgian, the Georgia, the people of Georgia to come out and vote the way they did. For them to go out and vote the way they did was wonderful. And you're talking about a historically red state that finally turned blue. So if you can sit up there and see Georgia do it, I mean, I think we got a long way to come in the state of Tennessee, but I mean, it can't do nothing but give you positive outlook to saying, hey, maybe one day we can do it. If we can get out there and vote and support the democracy. Now, okay, let me give it to Sharita, because she up there shaking her head to the left and the right. So what part of this? So I take it you think that Tennessee would never get to that point?
Well, we are a so-called Bible Belt. So-called Bible Belt. And we just got too many red necks and too many people. But now let me come back. Now we could be blue, but we got to do what Georgia did. We got to get out and vote. We could be blue if our people got out and voted, because we are and just talking about. I mean, just if you think about the major cities, I think the population of the major cities, but no, I don't know. They ain't black. They ain't majority black.
Hey, Nashville. Well, Memphis is West Tennessee.
Right.
It always go blue. It's Nashville and Knoxville that goes red in our state, which means they out.
Right.
So, I mean, this is what I'm saying. If we got all the black people to come out, if we get all the Democrats to come out, and see, it wasn't just what Stacey Abrams them did. It wasn't just, okay, we're going to get Atlanta, we're going to get what they targeted was, okay, not only are we going to get DeKalb County and Fulton County, all of those counties, we're going to go to these small rural counties where the people, you got to think about it. They always under the rule of, and let's just be honest, the white folks run it. You know, the white folks run it. So they wasn't even going out to vote. So once they went and got those people and said, hey, what is it going to hurt you to come out and vote? Once they got all of those people on board, that's how they were able to shift everything in the favor of blue. So it's a simple process. It's just getting everybody on board. Now,
exactly.
We could do we cannot blame this. We can't blame the city of Memphis because I looked at the numbers. They came out and showed up and showed out, especially in the early voting. So
West Tennessee always do, from Jackson on down. It's always blue. But it's once we get past Jackson off into Nashville and all
Davidson County,
and all that, then it's red. And it's probably because those people aren't voting. And that's all it was. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it was just a matter. It wasn't so much that the other folks didn't vote. It's that people who normally didn't vote came out and voted.
Did vote. Yeah. True.
Well, you know what?
And for all of what Stacey Abrams did, since we're talking about Georgia, see, this the stuff that we got to get away from, and we can't be afraid to face it. But this is what happens when you do something positive. Congratulations to the state Georgia and Fat Albert, referring to Stacey Abrams, because you have truly shown America the true works of cheating in an election. Enjoy the buffet, big girl. You earned it. Hope the money was good. Still not governor. Now that was the
but he got fired, and that's Terrell Owens' alma mater, university. So he got fired, and he originally was going to be my T. Will's dumbass of the day, but he somebody then superseded him. So later on in the show, we're gonna go through all of our dumbasses of the day. But keep in mind, Chris Malone was my original dumbass of the day.
But the thing is, we have to understand that this is how the other side thinks about our people. And this is why it's even that much more important to get out and to vote.
I just, what's going on to my guy, Terrell Temple, down there over there at Nimio, baby? What's up, man? What's going on, man? Miss you guys over there and all that type of stuff, and I appreciate you tuning in, man. Sometimes I need you to call into the show, man, and help me out a little bit. I can always use a little help. I got some slow folks up here that I'm working with right now. So, the more I try to teach them, the more they don't want to learn. So, I'm always taking the applications for the show. So just reach out to me after the show.
So no, I'm glad he ain't with Memio, because he wasn't saying shit at first. When he was working at Memio, he was quiet as a church mouse.
Wasn't saying a thing.
Man, stay off my boy, Mr. Temple, man. Stay off my boy, Mr. Temple.
We on you. We ain't on him.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get that straight. Well, back to what I was saying. He was going to be the original dumbass of the day. He was going to be the dumbass of the day. But, man, when you can be the dumbass of the day and somebody can beat you out and push you out of that position, you got to be a double dumbass of the day. And we got plenty of them closer to the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned. Do not leave or anything like that, because we got some doozies for you. Now,
here goes some good information that I didn't even know.
Now, Rodney Kirkwood said Offset is in for 6 years. Warnock is up for re-election in 2022. That would be key. That's very important. Right.
Yeah, they're going to come back out. But here go the thing. In these 2 years, he better show up.
He sure better.
He better do everything he said he was going to do.
You know what? I'm telling you, man. This man right here, I'm telling you, he is going to do exactly what he said. Him, Sherma, and all of them are on the same page. Trust me. They're on the same page, man. He that's the reason why, President-elect Biden didn't want to have anything to talk about. No amendment, no kicking Trump out of office. He said he's worried about this vaccine and getting the nation some money to help them out with their financial needs. He's got his focuses all in the right place. He's hiring a bunch of top level people on his cabinet. I mean, some excellent people that's going to be able to help him and take a lot of the pressure off of him. He has his concerns and stuff on the right place. Now, if our former president would have been doing the same thing, we'd have been much better off. So he's coming in behind the 8 ball, but I promise you, Biden and Miss Harris and Schumer are going to take care of business. Now, enough of being, well, they're going to take care of business. But, now that's it for me being happy. It's time for me to go back to being mad again. And the next topic I want to talk about, what would have happened if these were black people that were rushing the Capitol? I know that's an understood question. We already know that really doesn't require an answer. But I was going to sit up there and say, how many more would have been dead? What are how much more security, military, etc. they would have had out there if the black people were out there doing that? And how many, going into Pelosi's office or going in with a rebel flag and all that, Confederate flag and all that. If we were doing that type of stuff right there, we wouldn't have sit up there and made it. So I just want to ask both of y'all, how much more damage will you think would have happened if this were the black people actually doing it? And Daryl, great job again. Here's a guy with a Confederate flag. He's got to be the stupidest one. I mean, the Capitol, like they don't have cameras or nothing. Like you were never your face wasn't gonna be recognized or anything like that. This guy is walking through sacred grounds with a Confederate flag. But you know what? I'm pissed off at him, but you know what? I can't be that mad at him because you know what? I love honesty. So when people tell you they racist and they promote that they racist, I don't like that they racist, but I can appreciate it because they putting it out there on Front Street. At least you know what you're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. That's why we got to constantly keep our eyes open. Excuse me. And what is this you got up here, Daryl?
I know it's kind of small, so I'm gonna try to read it. The Civil War, Confederate flag was not about slavery. It was about limiting the power of the federal government over states' rights and power to make decisions without federal government involvement. Okay. Also let's violently force our way into the belly of the federal government to force it to expand its power over the states and make them do what federal government wants them to do while brandishing the flag. That's all about telling the federal government to stay out of states' business. Future it will be federal government overreach into states' power to undo what Shelby versus Holder did in weakening the Voting Rights Act. So it all makes sense. So from what I'm gathering from that is that, I mean, they going back to the Civil War. They basically saying, let us do whatever we want to do. We ain't got to listen to what the government is saying. Just let us do what we want to do.
Sad, man.
I mean, it really is sad.
True, but sad, man. I don't. We just look like a.
Let me tell you what would have happened had we come up there. Had this been
African flags, with some African flags in our hands.
Yeah, yeah. If we'd have had them African flags and these African shades and shouting Black Power, number one, we would have been met with great force, like we were met with great force when we were simply marching for Black Lives Matter. That number one, we wouldn't even ain't no them little iron gates they had wouldn't have been taught by us because they'd have had a line of National Guard right there with it. When they had a Black Lives Matter and Touche, our state representative, District 98, Mr. Antonio Parkinson, when they were speaking on the steps of the Capitol in Nashville, there was a line of National Guardsmen there, ensuring that no one went inside and no one even came up on those steps no further than they allowed them to come. So it could have been done. It was not done because they wanted what happened to happen. It was accepted. It was planned. and they wanted it to happen, and it happened. And let me tell you this: had they got their hands on Nancy Pelosi, had they got their hands on Auntie Maxine, had they got their hands on Pence, we would have seen them burned at a stake. Because did you not see the apparatus that they erected on the grounds of the Capitol that had a noose hanging there? So they had time to erect a monument to hang people. So they would have hanged those people, or they would have burned them to the stake, or they would have on live camera raped and murdered those women in the Capitol building. That's what they would have done. They would have did what they've been doing for years.
And you know what? And great talk, great with conversation that you just said. But what's throwing me off is I just saw that last picture. What in the hell were they planning on doing with those zip? Was those zip ties?
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on.
What you think they were gonna do?
I'm gonna get back to that one. This is the one Sharita was referring to.
Yeah.
What does
what was the purpose of that?
What they got to do with freedom or right or stealing an election? What they got to do with any of that?
Well,
they claim that was a symbol to the lawmakers, to the senators.
Ain't nothing worse than an internet person trying to intimidate you, doing all this stuff, or you being around your own kind. They wouldn't be doing that shit if they were around some of us. I mean, this is our country.
It was some of us there.
Well, it wasn't that many. It may have been a few sprinkles, but it was there. It wasn't.
I didn't get the video where when some of them got inside and they said, "Tell that bitch Nancy Pelosi we coming for her."
And they were gonna get her if they could have got to her.
That's what the zip ties are for. The zip ties, handcuff them together, restrain their hands and stuff.
They had planned to kidnap the mayor of Michigan. So what you thought they were gonna do with them? The same?
So you mean to tell me, in this day and time, with the most powerful country, that they were able to kidnap somebody in Capitol Hill?
Yes.
That was the plan.
Just go out the door and kidnap them.
That was the plan.
That was their plan.
It wasn't well thought out, but that was the plan.
Well, it could have been well thought out.
And it was just a trial run. It was a trial run.
It's two things I can't stand, and that's a thief and a bald-faced liar. It's two things I can't stand, and Trump is both of them. And you,
Terry, that wasn't that.
You're a bald-faced liar to sit up there and tell everybody that you called out the National Guard and all that when you saw that happening. That's bullshit. That was Pence and all the folks on the inside that ended up calling them people. You didn't call shit. You didn't call nothing.
Well, you gotta think about it. It ain't the fact that he didn't call them when all this happened. The fact that they weren't even there before it happened is the problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Lives Matter. Okay. So what you're saying is, I mean, am I wrong for saying this? So what you're telling me, you knew Black Lives Matter protesters were coming, and you just brought in everybody. Anybody who was available, you brought them in. So you telling me you that afraid of a black man that you brought in the National Guard, the police from all over the country to protect the Capitol. But when you knew all of these people were coming, Proud Boys and all these other terrorist organizations, you knew they were coming, and you was like, no, the DC Capitol Police got this. So either it's a plot or you that scared of the black man. Or it's a plot.
No, it was a plot, but I mean, you put your head under the covers and act like you don't want to see what's going on. They said that they got stuff from the internet, that this stuff has been playing for months. This stuff has been playing for months. What they were going to do, the exact date. And now I just looked at CNN again, and they said that they had something planned for the 20th, the day of the inauguration.
All you know is, and that's what I told you at the beginning of the show. Trump don't let them know I'm not gonna be there. You can blow this motherfucker up if you want to.
Thank you.
We ain't even said nothing about the guy that had 11 bombs in his truck sitting outside the Capitol.
No, we didn't talk about that.
Oh,
Like I
what
said,
about the bombs that they found around the Capitol and they disarmed?
That's just a crying shame.
You see what I'm saying?
They need to stop. They need to stop Trump before he even get on that damn plane and go down there to Florida or wherever the hell he going and put the cuffs on him at that point right there. Look, no, what I'm saying is,
hold on.
If Daryl's suspicions are true, what he's saying, hey, I ain't gonna be there. Go ahead and blow the motherfucker up. Okay, well, I tell you what, we gonna handcuff you and we gonna bring you to the inauguration and wait till it's over with. Then we'll let you go over there to Florida. So if anything pop off, you over there with us. You over there with us.
It ain't gonna work.
He lied to them and told them he was gonna walk down to the thing with them too.
Did y'all see the video, Daryl? I forgot. Somebody had sent it to me, and I don't know if it's real or not. The video of them down in the bunker watching what was happening. Trump, his daughter, his son.
Yeah, but they said they couldn't prove the timeline of that. They don't know if that was before or after everything happened, so they didn't want to verify that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, they said
I don't think that's why I don't know.
They said Trump was going around the White House getting mad at individuals because they wasn't as excited as he was to see the rioting going on.
Well,
they said the only thing Trump was missing over there was some damn popcorn. I heard he had his feet kicked up on the desk and everything, with a smile on his face, with his hands behind his head.
Let me ask you this then. Since, maybe it's a conspiracy theory, maybe it's a plot, maybe it's all of this stuff. Do you think trying to impeach him or sending him to jail, do you think that's going to further divide the country, or can it bring us together?
No.
No. It's going to further divide.
It's going to further divide. Yeah, it's definitely going to further divide. But
at this point, what?
Here, let this asshole finish his last 10 days, get on out of it. But after them 10 days, and the president and vice president elect have been sworn in, get his ass. Because I promise you, and Daryl had to tell me this, I had to do my research, but them folks in New York is waiting for his ass.
Oh, it's a wrap. That's why
folks in New York.
That's why I ain't even worried about it.
Hey, them folks in New York is waiting for his ass. That woman sit up there said funneling all that money into his businesses and all that stuff right there. They said they got a sound case ready for him, so y'all ain't got to worry about it. You got to remember one thing: God don't like ugly.
Trump
God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. And karma gonna get you. It may not get you today. It may not get you tomorrow. It may not get you next week, but it's coming for you.
Trump will never go to jail.
Brother Trump is gonna be waiting for it, and I promise you, I'm gonna have my popcorn ready. I'm gonna have my beer ready. I'm gonna have all that stuff ready. Just like I watch CNN 20 hours out of the day. I'm gonna watch them when they get your ass, put your ass in cuffs, reach you your Miranda rights or whatever, and take your ass off to jail. You and your retarded son.
And seeing the thing about it, if he would just shut the F up, I mean, it probably wouldn't even be as bad if he just shut up. Even the statement he made the other day, we're talking about he didn't concede, but he said Joe Biden will be the next president, blah, 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 and all of that. They had to force him to say that.
And they forced it, but he still didn't call Biden's name. He didn't call Biden's name.
Well,
he didn't call Miss Harris's name. He said there would be a new, I can't think of the word he said, but there would be a new regime, so to speak, or something that's going to be taken over.
A peaceful transition of power.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. So he did not acknowledge him. But like I said, I believe in the good man up above, and I'm going to continue to say, look, y'all, don't harbor no hatred. Are you going to be pissed? Yeah, I'm pissed. But I ain't going to harbor no hatred, because guess what? The man upstairs got the last say, and I promise you, Trump is going to get his. But what we going to do now, man, we need to take another commercial break, because we're going to finish this thing out, because we still got our dumbasses of the day coming up. And I want, put our sponsor on there, man. The boss, Adrian Ross. We'll be right back.
And I'm because I like hearing my voice. I'm gonna play this one this time if it's okay with
Oh
you.
yeah. Play the old school.
Okay, hold on. Before you go to the commercial, what you want to ask me? This is my show. What are you trying to do?
I was saying it's your show. I was asking you if it was okay for me to play the old commercial.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay. We'll be right back after this commercial.
Whatever. Play.
I know.
Play it.
Lily May handmade aromatherapy products offer several essential oil-based and fragrance-based products. Our line includes a myriad of body butter, creams, bath bombs, lip balms, and so much more. Our products are handmade with focal points of integrity, quality, and wellness. Add Lily May to your self-care routine and enjoy the benefits of aromatherapy.
Man, listen to that shit there, man. That's bad. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Like I told you, boss, Adrian Ross, you need to be paying Daryl some more money. You're not doing them justice. You're not doing them justice. Just that voice with your products that you know is gonna work. We're gonna have to talk to you about the show. We're gonna have to up that. I mean, you're not gonna take advantage of my employees.
I got one bar left. I got one bar left of this magnificent eucalyptus and peppermint soap. But how about I got an order on the way? Thanks, sis.
That's what's up. That's what's
Y'all
up.
better get it.
Now we're finna get ready to end this show, but I told you I got a topic that I wanted to have on my show, and it's the Dumbass of the Day Award. And I've asked Daryl, I've asked Rita to think long and hard, but shit, I told them to think long and hard. They said they didn't have to think long and hard.
I already got one. We'll let you be last.
Yo, you gonna let me be last? I'm gonna start off with. Let's start off with Sharita. Sharita, who is Real Talk with T. Will's Dumbass of the Day?
No. Let me go first because I'm just gonna say mine, and I ain't got much to say. And I know Sharita finna light somebody's ass up, so let me just say mine.
Okay, Daryl. Okay.
What's the name of it? The what?
The Dumbass of the Day Award.
Okay, my dumbass award goes to West Virginia lawmaker Derek Evans. You know, he walked up into the ride with the riders like, I ain't even part of this. I'm not a lawmaker. I'm not nobody. So you got to be the dumb, and he recorded. So you got to be the dumbass to me of the day.
Hey, before you go, Sharita, Daryl, let's work on something. I want you to work on. Give me some kind of logo with a dumbass. Give me an ass with, and we'll put their face in it or something. Give me something for next week. I want a nice looking dumbass logo.
Look, Terry, you know how I do. Asking you shall receive, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why we so good on this show, man. We can read each other's minds. We already know what we coming up with and all that type of stuff. Cause I promise you, it's a bunch of dumbasses out there we can choose from every week. That's what we do. Now we're gonna go over to Show Enough. Who is your dumbass of the week?
Poor little Elizabeth. Before you run my video, let me just talk about this heifer right quick. Now, run her video, and then I'm gonna come back and talk about this bitch, this girl.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Okay. It ain't funny, but it's funny to me. Here it go.
Ma'am, what happened to you?
I got maced.
You got maced? And what happened? You were trying to go inside the Capitol?
I made like a foot inside, and they pushed me out, and they maced me.
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Elizabeth. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee.
And why did you want to go in?
We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
You a dumbass. You a dumbass. Elizabeth, baby, what did you think was gonna happen?
How the hell I'm gonna top that one?
I know.
I want to know what Elizabeth had, but now I know what Elizabeth had on her mind. Elizabeth, her true word should have been, I'm white. I'm white.
No,
you're not supposed to treat me like the black people.
No.
Don't treat me like the black with your dumb ass.
Showing up. The question ain't who she thought she was. The question is, what in the hell did she have in her system? She had to been on some good stuff.
Hold
and
on.
I ain't talking about no marijuana.
But
look,
y'all missing the whole point. Y'all missing the whole point. What she said. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. That's the point to them. The whole point. The whole point is they thought it was Messiah time for them. They thought that was the revolution that was finna change the country in their favor.
Yeah, look at Monica. Monica sounds like she going to the bathroom and her stomach hurt.
But let me tell little Elizabeth this, and I'm gonna leave Elizabeth alone. Elizabeth, you better be glad that you only got your foot in, because you could have been like old girl who on that slab right now. Cause see, she went on up in there and climbed through that window and got shot down. So, little Elizabeth, go sit your little ass down somewhere, your dumb ass down somewhere, and don't you come up there no more. Where your husband at? Your husband let you go out there and do that?
Man, her husband was in there laughing like a motherfucker. You can't tell me he wasn't laughing. That was some funny stuff. It was sad, but it was some fun. Who do you think you are that I didn't get a chance to get one step in and they maced me? How many steps did you think you was gonna get in there before they put something on your ass?
She didn't think they was nothing on her, period.
Now, I don't wish death on no back. Well, I wish death on one person, but I don't wish death on people. But this young lady right here, you got what you deserved. You did.
See, maybe.
No, that's not.
Ain't no maybe.
That's not for us to say. That's not for us to say.
Yes, it is. She broke the law. She broke the law. Terry. Now, I thought we told the truth here.
No,
I thought we told the truth.
I'm not saying she did break the law. You are correct. But I'm just saying I don't wish any death. Me personally, I don't wish any death on anybody.
What was they supposed to do to her?
Say this. She broke the law, and it's just like when other people break the law. It didn't warrant her being killed. It didn't warrant her being killed. But I got some video of her also, and let's play this.
Her words spoke for her.
Where is everybody? Huh? You got where is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this migrant caravan. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. You people can't get to work. Our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party. I am so tired of it. You try to make it with these wide-angle lenses, and you try to make it that your echo chambers have these large followings. You got 40 people showing up, and you want to do a headline with CNN talking about, oh, we got massive protests for Trump shut the border. No, we do not. No, we do not. What we do have is a massive amount of pissed off people like I am because you guys will not sit down and do your jobs. California is suffering. Our homeless problem is out of control. Our drugs are out of control. When you have to have a budget to clean up human fecal matter off the roads, that is a problem, okay? This is absolutely insane. The meth problem, the fentanyl problem, the heroin problem, the illegal this is crazy, okay? Everybody wants immigration, but we need to do it the right and correct way. This is getting out of control, and you guys are lying. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? And why are you so worried about what everybody else is doing? I want to talk about what you're doing. Like I said, you can consider yourself put on notice, me and the American people. I am so tired of this. I am woke, man. This is absolutely unbelievable. Get your shit together.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Put our words in her mouth, and how differently does it come across? She preaching on the stuff that she believes in, but it's the same thing when we say, why are all these black men, unarmed black men, being killed? We sick of your shit. Put our words in her mouth and see how it comes across.
Our words are totally different than her words.
I'm going to apologize to anybody that it may offend right now. I want to spend I want to apologize to our boy Kirkwood. No, from what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I want to apologize in advance to my brother Kirkwood, but it's Kamala, bitch, in my Rick James voice. Not Kamala. Not Kamala. Not Kamala. Not Kamala. Let's get that understood.
Well, this is all I gotta say to her. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry her home. Oh, dummy.
I don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with
I
it.
do.
Hey,
So what was she? Okay. Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out why y'all don't agree. So she was breaching the Capitol building.
Sharita,
Unbeknownst, they don't know what she
agree.
had. She's from the military.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
No. Okay, but I'm gonna get this out. But I'm gonna say this though. She was. You don't know what she had in her hand. It could have been a cell phone. Could have been a gun. Could have been Skittles. Could have been a tea.
That's the same argument we use when black people get killed.
Okay, but we know what she was doing.
No.
We know exactly what she was doing.
And what I'm saying,
we did not know what Trayvon Martin was minding his own business. He was not trying to jump. He was not trying to go into a Capitol building with God knows what on his mind, and he's dead.
Okay.
So she had no business being there. She had no business jumping in that doggone building because you saw that they had guns on you. So you went to your own death, ma'am. You went and killed yourself. That's what you did. And I slept very good.
No, I don't.
I did.
I don't sleep good when people get killed. But what I'm saying,
I do. And that's the problem. And I know we all don't agree. Okay. We all don't agree on this.
We don't.
But
we
this,
don't
y'all know.
Let's move.
We don't agree. But that's the problem. We want to sit up and wait on a savior, and we want to sit up and sit back. See, when they told them to stand back and stand by, they did exactly that. But what do we do as black people as a collective? Are we prepared for a race war? No, we are not. But you should be prepared to protect your neighbor, your parents, your children, your husband, your wife. You should be prepared and willing to do that. You should be willing to do that. And I'm done.
All right. Duly noted. That's showing us really, you know, she's going to speak her mind and all that type of stuff right here. But before we leave the show, let me finish with my dumbass T Wheels dumbass of the day. Now, y'all help me because I don't know this guy's name, but I'm gonna walk you through the scenario. How in the hell do you, number one, you breach the Capitol, you go in there and you grab the podium of Miss Pelosi. Am I pronouncing that right? Miss Pelosi.
Pelosi.
I'm sorry, Miss Pelosi. You get out with the podium, you take the motherfucker, and you put it on eBay to sell to make money off of it. That guy right there. So this guy done sit up there and took a freeze frame picture with the podium, with his face showing, leaves, just in case they took all the footage and did some old kind of funny stuff and took all the cameras where they didn't have this picture anymore. You mess around and you go and post it on your account on eBay to sell it. If that doesn't get you the top honors.
Oh, he gets top honors.
Of the dumbass of the day. Matter of fact,
top honors.
You know what? We're going to do this. This is January. Daryl, I want you to think about this too. I think we're going to have a dumbass of the fucking month, and we're going to put their picture in there. And then at the end of each year, out of those 12 months and those 12 dumbasses, it's going to be a dumbass of the year. We're going to end up coming up with a dumbass of the year. Going to be voted on by yours truly and the crew. Show Enough and D Early. We're going to decide who is the dumbass of the year. But you have got the dumbass of the month of January.
January ain't over. Woo.
No, January ain't over. But
we still got the 20th.
Look, we still got 3 weeks, but ain't nobody gonna top this. If you gonna top this, I'll go back and take it away from it. It's gonna be a 1 and a 1A. But this guy right here, his ass is considered as the dumbass of the day for the month of January 2021.
Just in case we talking about this guy right here.
Yeah, just in case y'all didn't know, we talking about that guy. That guy right there. Hold it with one hand, looking all athletic and everything. I don't know what he was selling it for.
What's his intention to go in there and take it?
Daryl, I don't think that he would. That's got to be some premeditated shit there. Ain't no way in the hell. Oh, that's Pelosi's desk. Let me take it with me.
I think that's what happened.
You think? Well, it could. But they did a lot of chatter. They did a lot of chatter on the internet and all that stuff about what they was gonna do. I just think this was part of the plan. One dude went in there and got mail off her desk. One dude stood up there and got the podium. But the fact of the matter is, they wanted her, and I'm thank God that she's safe, and everybody else to sit up there and safe. But you know what? I like that. Dear Trump supporters, isn't there a better way to protest?
Come
on,
one
of my heroes right there, baby. One of my heroes right there.
Come on.
Colin Kaepernick, baby.
It's Colin.
Colin.
I call him Colin. This is my damn show. I said it's Colin Kaepernick. Okay?
His mama call him Colin. Yeah. You gonna call him Colin.
Mama call him Colin. I'm gonna call him Colin.
Look, like they say on the Life movie, I may be the pappy. So I'm gonna call it what I want to sit up there and call it. But here's
I can't see that. What they say there?
Beautiful former First Lady, Michelle Obama.
For those who call others unpatriotic for simply taking a knee in silent protest, for those who wonder why we need to be reminded that Black Lives Matter at all, it was made painfully clear that certain Americans are, in fact, allowed to denigrate the flag and symbols of our nation. They've just got to look the right way.
True, because they removed an American flag and replaced it with a Trump flag. But y'all love y'all flag.
Yeah, but I'm just sort of glad.
Ain't that nothing?
You know what? I feel so much more relieved, man, to get this stuff off my chest, man. Look like you got a lot of stuff off your chest showing up. D Early, I was expecting a little bit more from you. You know, you can be more irate and stuff at times. So I'll talk to you after the show.
That's not his nature.
Yeah, but Daryl can get pissed off when he wants to. Now, maybe I got to prog the bell. Maybe I got to talk about his big head or do something to get it pissed off, to get it motivated. But we'll talk about that off here. I won't want to embarrass you on the show and all that, but I appreciate you for the other work that you did into the show.
I got a second, dumbass. How you coming to ride with your ID badge on?
He came straight from work.
Hey, that's the guy that got fired. That's the guy that they fired.
Yeah, he got fired, but I mean, how dumb can you be to come in there with your ID badge on? I mean, that's just, I mean, it's, you know. But I know when all this stuff was going on, Sharita texted us and said, "Hey, we need to go live right now." And I was hot, and I was like, my first thought was, "Yeah, Terry, come on." And then I thought about it. I said, "No, let's let it play out, and we already got something coming up Saturday. Let's do it then." And as the days went on, of course, and it's just my nature to want to be calm and to look at the positive side of it. Everybody's saying this bad. I think Trump was a good thing for America. I think what just happened was a good thing for America, because if it ain't open people's eyes to how this country really is, and we've been saying it on the show, how this country really is. You know, it looked good, the American flag and proud and all of this. It sound good, it looked good, but now we really see. And that's why we wonder why these other countries hate us so much. Why they look at us and say, "I dare you try to say that you better than us." And all Trump did was pull all of that out. It's all out in the open now, so we know. So now we're at the point where Georgia don't turn blue. Record number of people came out to vote. Now we can't backslide. Now we got to keep going.
Right.
Our goal is to get the right people in the right place to make this country better. And I'm not saying that means everybody black need to get elected into office and this and that. I'm saying the people who are really for what America is supposed to be for, those are the people we need to start electing at the lower level and moving up each level of the government until we get all the right people in the right place. And then we could have the America that America is supposed to be. So I agree with what he did.
I agree.
Well,
and for once, they can't blame the black people for it.
There it is.
Absolutely. Well, you know what?
Though they tried to say it was Antifa and black folks.
We done had a wonderful show, man. A wonderful, informative show. I can't thank you guys enough, showing up Sharita, D. Early, for doing everything that you do and bringing what you bring to the table. I thank the audience for coming out and looking at us. I'm asking you to subscribe, share, let your people know. You know, we had to talk about this particular subject today. This was just eating at us. And it's the right name of the show. It's Real Talk. We're going to be real on this show, whether you like it or not. But we're going to be real on this show. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in and all that type of stuff. And do you got anything shown up? You got anything, D. Early, before we count this thing out?
If you haven't already subscribed to the show, In the Clutch Sports Talking More podcast, go on YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell, get your notification, and like us.
Also,
what about you, Shona?
Go to lilymayoaromas.com and get your order. Make sure you use the ID code of ClutchFF20. Use the ID code ClutchFF20 when you place your order. Terry,
now the
discount gone.
Discount gone.
Discount is gone, but we still want you to put in Clutch FF20 when you place your order, okay? Please do that for us. Terry, awesome show, dude. I gotta get it to you. I just gotta go on get it to you. You got something going here.
I appreciate it. And I'm gonna end it on this note for some of the great words from President-elect Mr. Biden. God bless you and God bless America. We out.
It's that time of the year, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Crank up.